What if I told you that the largest ocean on Earth is slowly disappearing? The Pacific Ocean looks almost impossibly huge. It covers more area than all of Earth's land combined. At its widest points, you could travel thousands of kilometers and see nothing but water. It feels permanent, but it isn't. Right now, beneath the surface, Earth is slowly destroying parts of the Pacific Ocean floor. And if this process continues for millions of years, the map of our planet could become almost unrecognizable. To understand why, we need to look beneath the ocean. Earth's outer shell is broken into enormous pieces called tectonic plates. These plates are constantly moving, usually only a few centimeters each year. That sounds incredibly slow, about as fast as your fingernails grow. But give Earth tens or hundreds of millions of years, and centimeters become entire oceans. The Pacific Ocean sits on and around several major tectonic plates. Along many of its boundaries, something dramatic is happening. One plate is being forced beneath another. This process is called subduction. As dense oceanic crust reaches these boundaries, it bends downward and sinks into Earth's mantle. In other words, pieces of the Pacific sea floor are literally being recycled back into the planet. This process helps explain something else you may have heard of: the Ring of Fire. Around much of the Pacific are some of the most earthquake and volcano-prone regions on Earth. Japan, Indonesia, New Zealand, Alaska, and the western coasts of North and South America. Many of these earthquakes and volcanoes are connected to active plate boundaries surrounding the Pacific. But there's a much bigger story happening. New oceanic crust is also created at underwater spreading centers. So the Pacific isn't simply draining away like water leaving a bathtub. Its future depends on the balance between crust being created and crust being destroyed. Overall, however, the Pacific Basin has been shrinking over geological time as large amounts of oceanic crust are consumed at subduction zones. And that means the continents surrounding it are slowly changing position. Imagine watching Earth from space, but speeding time up millions of times. Australia moves northward, the Americas shift, Asia changes, ocean basins grow and shrink, continents collide, mountain ranges rise, and the familiar Pacific gradually changes shape. Eventually, Earth could look nothing like the world map hanging in classrooms today. This has happened before. Earth's continents have repeatedly joined together and broken apart. Around 300 million years ago, much of Earth's land was assembled into a giant supercontinent called Pangaea. Then, Pangaea broke apart. The Atlantic Ocean opened, and the continents gradually moved toward the positions we recognize today. But that movement never stopped. The Atlantic is still producing new seafloor along the mid-Atlantic ridge. Meanwhile, large portions of old Pacific seafloor continue disappearing into subduction zones. So could the Pacific Ocean eventually disappear completely, possibly on enormous geological timescales? But scientists cannot simply draw one guaranteed map of the future. Plate motions can change. New subduction zones can develop. Existing ones can stop. And hundreds of millions of years gives Earth plenty of time to surprise us. Scientists have proposed several possible future supercontinents. In some scenarios, the Pacific continues closing as the Americas eventually collide with Asia. One proposed future supercontinent formed through this kind of process has been called Amasia. Other models produce very different worlds, and that's the important part. Nobody is saying you'll wake up tomorrow and find the Pacific missing. Even after millions of years, it would still be enormous. This is a transformation happening on a timescale far beyond a human lifetime. But right now, every major earthquake around a subduction zone, every volcanic arc, and every centimeter of plate movement is part of the same restless planet. The ground beneath us feels permanent because humans live for decades. Earth operates over hundreds of millions of years. Mountains rise and disappear, continents break apart, new oceans are born, old oceans close, And the map we know today is only one frame in an incredibly long movie. So the next time you look across the Pacific Ocean, remember this: you're not looking at something permanent. You're looking at one chapter in Earth's constantly changing surface. The largest ocean on our planet is slowly being reshaped, one piece of seafloor at a time, and hundreds of millions of years from now, if something intelligent is still here to draw a world map, it may barely recognize the planet we call home today.